Today, we are doing our annual 2025 prospect preview of the projected first overall pick. We have done this for, I think, the last 3 or 4 years, and we've predicted almost all of them correctly. 2023, Connor Bedard was, I think, the first year we did it. 2024, Macklin Celebrini, we got that one right as well. And this year, even though I think it might be a little bit closer than some may think, and some people might disagree with that, some of the draft gurus out there who definitely know more than I do, they might be upset about that. But today we are talking about James Hagens, who is projected to be the top 2025 draft eligible prospect for the 2025 draft in June of 2025. The amount of times I said 2025 is insane, but that's to get the point across. He is the top prospect currently for that draft. So who is he? I gotta admit to you guys, the guy that I knew from this draft class was Michael Misa. Well, he is seemingly having kind of a rough go of things since making it to the OHL, and since then it's been like that. But James Hagens has taken that role over, and now I obviously know who that is. So let's get straight into it. So, Hagens was born on November 3rd, 2006 in Hauppauge. Good God, New Yorkers are mad at me right now. He was born in New York, USA. Let's go with that. He is 5'10", 178, and his weight. That is something he's going to need to improve on for sure. But you see those things, and you see a lot of other undersized forwards. It's really not that big of a deal. And I think that he can definitely improve on that. Maybe gain a little more pounds in that way. But, I still think he's very solid. And, of course, as I said, he is a center. So, you look at teams who need centers right now. Like, there were actually a couple of teams that would love a center right now. And I think that if they got Hagens, that's a perfect opportunity. We know what this guy can do. He has really proven himself in juniors, even so far in the NCAA. He looks really good. He looks like somebody who's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So, he's ranked number 1 by most hockey outlets. And what I mean by most hockey outlets, he is ranked by Elite Prospects, Consolidated Ranking. I think Bob McKenzie has a ranking in there as well. He is ranked most notably number 1 by a lot of those outlets. And I didn't even mention all of them on there because it's such a long list of so many. And when you see a player like that, yeah, they're usually going to go first overall. Now, there are some exceptions over the last couple of years, and things can change because, again, we're making this in late October where the season's kind of already started. But from what we've seen so far, Hagens has really proved himself. In 2023-24, so let's go back to last season, with the U.S. National Development Program and the U.S. National Team. Now, I like to kind of put those two in the same column because they're basically the same team under the same program. And I think that, it's good to combine those stats together instead of doing them separately. So, in 84 combined games with those two teams, he had 57 goals, 92 assists, for 149 points, which I believe is an average of 1.77 points per game, which is very impressive. You see, I've covered a lot of guys over the last couple of years who have those numbers like that in the U.S. National Development Program. They become very good players. And I think that Hagens is somebody who's going to be added onto that list by the end of his career. 100%. And with the US U18, who I did not mention in a graphic, has 7 games played, 9 goals, 13 assists for 22 points in that U18 World Junior competition. He won gold. He won best forward. He had the most assists. He had the most points. He essentially dominated that tournament on almost every single stratosphere, and I think you got to look at that and be very excited for what this kid has. Boston College, it makes a ton of sense. Obviously, that's the college where Cutter Gauthier went to. Will Smith was there, and I think it makes a lot of sense for him to go to a big-name college like that. And so far, he's only played 4 games. Now, again, we're early in the NCAA season, and might be a little bit too early to tell, but again, we're going to touch base with this over the next couple of months. I think my first mock draft is in either November or December. Got to look at my notes. But Overall, so far, he has 4 games played, 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points. Those are pretty good numbers. They aren't like shocking numbers, but they're still very good numbers. And again, some players may take a little bit to get adjusted to the NCAA level, but seeing Hagens already be over a point per game, you can't help but be excited. Now, to wrap up this little video, I'm going to read an article to you guys from The Score while playing some YouTube highlights that I found of Hagens while he was with the U.S. National Development Program. Credit to Prospect Shifts for this video. I will have the article and the video credit linked in the description down below. If I forget, I might get... No, I'm kidding. All right, let's start reading off this article here. So James Hagens is already considered one of the top prospects in the 2025 NHL draft, but the young forward has his eye on going first overall. To see those guys who have gone first, it's a dream come true, he told TSN at the World Junior Showcase. It's something you work for your whole life, and to be able to have that pay off, it would be something really special. Hagens added that he grew up watching Patrick Kane and Jack Hughes, who were the top picks in 2007 and 2019, respectively. If Hagens hears his name called first in less than 1 year's time, he'd be the first U.S.-born player to go first overall since Jack Hughes. A left-handed center with a penchant for playmaking, Hagens wrapped up 39 goals and 102 points in 58 games played with the U.S. National Under U18 team this past season. The 17-year-old then made history at the 2024 U18 World Championship in the spring, totaling 22 points in 7 games, the most ever at a single tournament. The hype surrounding Hagens is steadily building, but he's trying to keep a level head. You don't really think about that stuff, he explained. You kind of just go out on the ice, just play. You can't really have thought about that in your head at all, especially off the ice as well. It'll distract you. So you just got to go day by day. Try to get better. Though Hagens sits at the top of 2025 NHL projections, he'll have no shortages of challengers for first overall like Michael Misa, Porter Matone, Anton Frundell, Ivan Ryabkin, and also other guys. Next on Hagens' list, though, is a spot on Team USA for the 2025 World Junior Championship, and he was one of the last cuts from the squad last winter. So that's a pretty good thing to end on there, talking about the World Juniors. And I would say, to be honest with you guys, by then that will probably be either my first or my second mock draft for this season. So look forward to that. But we're really looking forward to James Hagens. And, you know, the last 5 drafts I have covered, he's definitely not the best player that I've seen, but he's going to be a very talented forward that is going to turn a lot of heads when we get to that point at the draft. And who knows? Maybe we'll kind of see a surprise like in the last couple of years, or like in 2022 where Shane Wright dropped. But again, we'll see what happens there. But regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on James Hagens. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Anyways, that'll do it for me. I will see you guys in the next video.